Welcome to Backyard Family Fun, the podcast from Pride Pool Spas and Leisure Products in Claxton and Savannah, Georgia. Celebrating 50 years serving our community, this family-owned business has spent decades helping create memories that last a lifetime. Whether you're a pool owner, a spa lover, or just looking to turn your outdoor space into a true retreat, we've got you covered right here on the Backyard Family Fun podcast. And as a crazy awesome deal for our Backyard Family Fun podcast fans, you get 10% off anything inside either location in Claxton and Savannah, excluding pools, hot tubs, or saunas when you mention the podcast. That's all you have to do. Go and visit the Claxton or Savannah Pride pools, mention the podcast, and get 10% off. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Welcome back to Backyard Family Fun. I'm the producer, Dee Daniels, here with Alex Smith on this episode, and we are at Pride Pool Spas and Leisure Products, as we always are, but we're in the Savannah location today. Really excited to talk about what's going on. Alex, welcome back. It's been a minute since we sat down with each other.
It has, and great to be here.
This is a good time because we're really getting geared up for the end of the year spa tent sale, which is coming up November 7th through the 9th. I hear there will be not only spas and wonderful things, but like a cookout and music, and it's really going to be a good time for the community to come out.
It will be. You know, this is the time of year that the weather gets cool, and you got, late in the evening it starts getting cool, and the mornings are cool, and this is a great, during the daytime, the weather is not hot, and it's just perfect time to come out to, if you have interest in maybe getting some hot water therapy, we have the solution. And honestly, if we can test drive it if you like. We can do a test drive. You can do a test soak. We can accommodate if you never have experienced the jetpack therapy system that we have in one of our brands. We got the good, better, best. You know, we offer choice, and choice is, to me, is for any consumer. It just helps you make decisions whenever it comes for economical reasons or if it's for healthy reasons. It's, medicinal purposes. It really has an effect every night. Here, the last few nights, I've been getting the health benefit from it.
Absolutely.
So you get to cover back, and you sit in that thing, and and it's cool outside, and you got all the steam around you, and you just kind of like, but you got to think about, well, I'm in here for therapy, and it just feels good.
No doubt.
Yeah, and that's really adds value to your living, to your life, the quality of living. It really supports it and prolongs. And we just sleep better at night.
Yes.
We just sleep better at night. It's a great way to relax and wind down at the end of the day. But we will have a lot going on. We'll be cooking. So we'll have, I think we'll have a radio station out here and some giveaways. And it's, come out and get some food, and then while you're here, maybe take a look at one of our hot tubs we have out on display. So we'll have a bunch around that time.
Absolutely, and a lot of good ones on display that you'll be able to sort of see all the bells and whistles, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm excited to answer our listener questions in this episode all about hot tubs and spas and the whole deal. We've got a lot of common questions. So I don't know if you've got your quick fire ready, but
I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. Because we're going to roll through them. Really great question to start with. I've always wanted a hot tub, but I'm not sure where to start. What should I look for first? So
the primary thing is, what's the reason, the purpose you're purchasing it. So, if it's a value, that's great. If you're going to be really price conscious, we have that opportunity as well. But, if you're doing it for, like I said earlier, if your primary reason for it, is it because you just want to relax and chill out, or you really need therapy on your back, your knee, your shoulder, your neck, whatever it might be. And trust me, it works. These spas do relieve pain, and they do relieve arthritis symptoms, and you'll be glad that you have it. But so you got to just say to yourself, what's the real reason? And then, of course, we got the best value when it comes to that. So we'll be able to, we got some programs put together where when you get the spa, it doesn't matter if it's the good, better, best. It is, the good is probably more of a price point. The better is in between. We got like in the middle of the road, but it's still got some great features, and it's an acrylic spa. And then we got the jetpack therapy system by Bullfrog, and that's the best. And it just offers a lot of variety of features that are really neat. And you can operate the spa, again, hands free, that kind of stuff. So, but it's got all these certain type of jets that attack all parts of your body and just gives so much relief. So you just got to kind of, if it's a price thing, you have to kind of go about it, well, let me get a good value. But just know that we have the solution to whatever spa you're looking for. So we just have an opportunity for you to make that decision. So there's not really, that wasn't a real quick fire answer. I wish I could.
But it was a good answer.
Well, I'd try to get the best answer.
It was a good answer. It really was. Here's a great question about the power requirements for a spa. Do all spas need to be hardwired, or are there like plug and play options?
That's a great question there. So we have the plug and play. So again, our 3 good, better, best models is we have the plug and play with the power cord, 110 volt. And then we have the other spas that are 220 and it's hardwired. So we have both.
Well, there you go. That's perfect. That's really, it works for both options.
That's right.
Let's talk a little bit about the maintenance and the upkeep. How often do I need to change the water in my spa?
So these are great questions. I've seen it go 3 months, 4 months, but that's a good average, 3 to 4 months. It's recommended. Some of our spas will recommend to drain it and refill it. You can put reminders on it, and it will remind you to say, hey, it's time to change or clean the filter, or it's time to drain the spa. The water is like a miniature pool, and you just add your chemicals and you add necessary things you need to add it to get it balanced. You got to keep the filter and all that clean, but it's just like the small water, but such a low maintenance because it's not much water.
Right.
And it doesn't require very little effort to maintain the balance of the water. And so we recommend, I've gone 6 months. If you take care of it, you can drain it every 6 months. But just to be safe, I would say between 3 to 6 months, you probably need to drain it and refill it.
Yeah, it makes sense. This question made me laugh. How do I keep my spa from getting cloudy or developing that quote unquote funky smell? Nobody wants that when you take the cover off.
No, you don't.
Nobody wants that.
You don't. So we can go back to the question before that and say, when was the last time we drained the spa?
That's right. Yeah.
So that might have a little effect to it. But, you have certain chemicals that emit certain gas and certain evaporation. They get that kind of a smell. There's sanitation out there called ozone, and you got UV light and other chemicals out there as well. So a lot of times when you pull the cover back after it's been covered for a very long time, you'll get that gas off. And then once you do that, it's over with. And it's just a different smell.
Yeah.
It's a sanitized, but it's kind of a different smell. But we make certain that we don't want that water to have any. And cool thing you can mask that with it. And we have these spa essentials, and we got these. We got these aroma things that you can add to the water, and they get all that, lavender and whatever kind of smell you're looking for. We have all those crystals you can put into the water.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to jump to this other question that's very similar to this, but I think might have a different answer. Is it okay to use any type of bath oil, bubbles, or like Epsom salts in my spa?
Another great question, but absolutely not. Yeah. So last thing we want to do is get more bubbles. You're going to get the bubbles already from the spa jets and the action between the therapy and the jetpacks, and any spa you have that has multiple jets, they have an aeration tied into it. It's like an air valve. So you open that up and it kind of drafts air, and that air mixes with the water, and that's what gives you that agitated water in the, so blowers, people have heard of blowers, and blowers have come back a little bit, and that gives you a lot more bubbles.
Yeah.
So if you got any type of liquid or any type of oil that has a tendency to foam, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
To do that, you won't. If someone gets in there and they turn that on, you might not be able to locate them.
Right.
You know
I can see that getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's like it'll get pretty foamy.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's unintended consequence, obviously, but that's all fixable. If something like that accidentally happens, we got the anti-foam. We got all kind of stuff to fix that. So it's not, and that's why we're here because we do the water. You know, it's a small amount of water, but bring in your test, and once you get the spa, we always say fill it up, bring us a water sample, and we can get you balanced right off the bat.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the best thing to do is whatever aroma, essentials, and whatever type of that we can add to the water, it's best to purchase through here, and that way we can point you in the right direction of making certain that you don't have, something go sideways.
That's right.
When it comes to the water.
Yeah, you don't want to have a big old foam earthquake going on in your spa for sure. No, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad you brought up testing the water, because we have talked about how often you should get your pool water tested. How often should you bring in a sample of your spa water?
So since you're draining it and refilling it every 3 to 6 months, about the same amount of time.
Okay.
So every 4 to 6 weeks is absolutely bring it in. Let's do a complete test on it. And especially if you do a refill. So if you drain it, all these spas have a gravity-fed drain. So it's like a spigot. You know, you just kind of put the garden hose on there and open it, and it just runs right out. So it may take a little time to get it drained, but once you get it drained, you put your hose back into the spa. And so you're using your water source to fill the spa. And once you do that, you got to get that balance. And when we say balanced, we talk about capfuls.
Right.
You know, we're not talking about like 25 ounces or, 4 pounds of something. These are capfuls.
Yeah.
This is such a nominal amount of chems that you add, because this water, we got water between 300 to 600 gallons. And that means, that's water, but it's not like, 20,000 gallons
That's
of a
right.
pool.
That's
so,
right.
So you're using your water and your chems very, very little. So the cost is really low on that. So you're not adding a lot of chems, so therefore your costs are really down. But every 4 to 6 weeks, bring us a water sample and let's just test it out. If you want to come sooner than later with the spa, sure, absolutely. Especially if you're in there, watching a football game.
Right.
Sometimes these games do last more than an hour.
Right.
So
You're in
you
there,
have a tendency.
that 2-hour game.
Yeah. So it's 2 hours, like, might want to take a water sample in the next few days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's so cool about this is you get so relaxed sitting in the spa and with the hot water and the jet therapy, it really just, you could just sit there.
Right.
For days. Some people like it at 100 degrees. Some people like it at 102. Some people like it at 104. But, that starts getting pretty warm. But it really takes effect quicker, too, when it's hotter.
That was going to be my next question about the temperature. So let's talk about that for a second. I'm a almost at 104 kind of girl.
All right.
Yeah, because once you take the top off, not my top, but once you take the top, sorry, I went sideways. Once you take the top of the spa off.
That is a super segue to... Let's talk about the cover.
Yes, whatever. Woo. Anyway, once you take the cover off, the temperature goes down very, very quickly.
Yep,
So should you keep it set at a certain amount at the temperature you would like it at? Should it stay there all the time? Like, how do you control the temperature situation?
Oh, awesome question. So once you fill this spa up, all of our hot tubs are thermostat controlled. So sort of like operating your air conditioning or your heat inside your home. Once you set the thermostat, that spa will maintain, and it will come off intermittently and keep that spa at 100 degrees or 102 or 104. So 104 will be your maximum temperature. The PHTA and the Pool and Spa Association is, if you read some of those features and some of those, they have some blogs, some comments and things like that, but coming right out of their association codes and playbook, it's 104 is your max. So you don't want over 104. It's just people have a tendency to stay in there more than 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes is about your max.
That's the
You
safe
should be-
zone, right?
That's,
Yeah.
that's right. So if you got it really hot, and again, we're transparent, and I'll tell you everything and then some probably. But at the end of the day, it's all about safety and health, and you want to be certain everybody understands it. But before you get into the spa and you pull the cover back, just be certain the temperature matches the water. So it says 100. Yeah, it feels like 100. No, it really feels like 110. That's hot.
Yeah.
And we service those if there's an issue with the spa. Our service department would take care of that. But you don't want to get anything over that 104 because medical articles have shown that it can actually do the reverse effect, and your body temperature could rise.
Yeah.
And that's all. So,
Yeah.
and then you see, I felt good, but then you like, I really feel good. It's like, wait a minute, I feel really, really good.
Yeah.
So you just, 30 minutes should be your maximum on any of these spas. And I promise you, you will certainly get the therapy effect on any of these spas, that all the features that it offers, you'll get that true effect.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's all. We don't want to, we want to feel good, but you're at the 104, and my spouse is the same way. If it's not steaming, I mean, like peeling off your skin, I mean, steaming hot, then she's not getting in the bath or the shower.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like,
That's right.
So why should the spa any different?
Yeah,
And it's like, so I go get in it at 102, and then a few days later, it's like 103, 104. It's like, Tracy, what happened?
Too high. Too high.
A little bit. I think you mess with. She says, I don't know how to mess with that. I said, well, that's okay. Somebody, I guess, we have somebody outside that knows how to operate the
That's
thermostat.
right. That's right. That's a good thing.
But
That's a good thing.
it makes you feel really relaxed. And once you get in it and submerge and your body gets adjusted, as with any, like in a tub or like that, you just become acclimated to it. And then after a minute or two, you're in it for the long haul.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can go from seat to seat. The spas that we have that we'll eventually talk about if you don't like where you're sitting at in one of our models, you can just remove that jet pack assembly and put it over to another seat. And that seat sits you up a little bit lower in the spa, and because you want to be lower, so you're able to get your neck and your shoulders over there. So you just take that jet pack out of that and put it into that seat. And it's like, here, voila, we're
right.
good. So that, everybody kind of has their favorite chair in the dining room. They have their favorite recliner, whatever it might be. I got my favorite seat in the spa.
In the spa, sure.
So it's
sure.
really, I mean, seriously, because you get all the effects from it. And if you're sitting there, there's jets for the forearms, there's jets for the back of the calves,
Right.
jet for the feet, jet for the back, lower lumbar, the shoulders. So no one don't get in that seat when I'm in the spa.
Right.
So that's my seat.
That's right.
So,
Got my name right on it.
Yes, it does. It does.
No
But
problem.
If you want to borrow my jet pack, you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, for
but
sure.
Just temporarily.
Well, I think one of the best times to sort of see, because those movable seats and jetpacks and all of that is, I think, one of the coolest technologies that has come about. And I know you see a lot of folks that are very interested in that. And I would think coming by at the end of the year spa tent sale, November 7th through the 9th, be a great time to maybe see some of that.
Absolutely.
And sort of see how that works, where you can actually take it and move it to a different spot
That's pretty
in
cool.
the spot.
Yes,
Because, a
yes.
lot of people want to be down a little bit lower.
Sure,
Some
that's
people
right.
hate being down that
That's
low.
right. That's
And
right.
so it's really cool to be able to have a little bit of variety.
It does. And the way a lot of our spas are positioned and the way the mold is made inside, you got some have loungers, like double loungers. Some have no loungers, and it's just all seats. And then you can have a double lounge and seats. So it all depends on, like you said before, if you want to be lower, you got a different seat for that level. And if you want to be up higher, we have most all the spas have what they call a cool down step or a cool down seat, where once you're been sitting in that jetpack seat, you can, after about 15, 20 minutes, you can do a cool down step or the cool down seat, and it gets your body out of the water just a little bit. And
but you're still in the spa.
But you're still in the spa.
Which is awesome.
Still in the spa. So, and it's a little bit of a cool down for you. That way you don't, it's not like, if you've got it outside and you don't have it close to the entrance of the door or the exit of the door of the house, and you jump up and there's much steam coming off your body as it coming out of the, at the spot, it's pretty cool outside.
Yeah.
And that's okay there, but, that's why you got the cool down and it's not so bad. But at the end of the day, you're so relaxed and you're so like, whatever arthritis into my hat has gone away.
That's right.
It's like any aches and pain is gone, and it's one of your best sleeps of the night. It really is, and that's the truth, because we experience it all the time, and we really take advantage of the medical, the health benefit of the wellness side of it, and it just really makes a big difference in our lives, and so if you just want to do it because the neighbor has a smaller one and you want to get a bigger spa,
right?
That's okay too.
That's okay.
Because we have that.
We can keep up with the Joneses.
We can.
For sure.
Absolutely.
We can. I love that. All right. Well, I've got 2 questions left. One is regarding electricity. Do spas use a lot of electricity? And second part of that question is, what can I do to maybe keep my energy bills lower while still using it as often as I want to?
Another great question. So these spas are already economical, efficient. They've already kind of set that up. So all these spas that we have are, how should I say, they're very insulated. So they got a lot of insulation, foam behind the spas, and the way the skirting is designed, it's got even more. So don't you have a fully foam shell, then you have foam on the skirt. And so the heat from that spa, once you have the top on or the cover, it keeps everything in.
Yeah.
And so you're not losing energy hardly at all. And you could have this thing outside at 20 degrees, and you go to pull the cover back, and it's just as you got it set at 100 or 102 or 104. It's going to say that on the water. Now, once you leave the cover back and you're in it, it's going to drop some temperature, but with the voltage and these jet pumps that we have, it kind of supplements some of the heat. Okay, so that helps a lot. It doesn't drop. The heater will come on while you're in there with the jets running, and so it will keep that temperature maintained the best it can. Some that are 110 volt, basically very similar. They just got a lot of insulation and filter cycles. These spas have filter cycles, so meaning that it don't have to run all the time. And if you know you're going to be in it at certain times of the night or day, get the filter cycle running prior to that and have it running a little bit later. And there's so many ways that we already offer the most efficient of the spas, but once you have it and you want to sustain the efficiency of that energy, then we can show you how to do that.
Right.
Yep. So it's just programming.
Yeah.
A lot of it's programming on the spa, and then of course, way these spas are set up from the manufacturer, they're already very insulated. So energy, you're not going to see a big energy hike. If you do, you got to have to ask yourself, offset that. You got a little bit of increase on the power bill, but boy, I feel so much better.
Right, exactly.
Which is the most important.
A lot of benefit going on on the other side. Sure.
So health and wellness, I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll trump everything related to price, economy, and when it comes to efficiency, power bill. But it's just, don't get me wrong, you don't want to be off the chart with it. I mean, and that's another reason why they tried to regulate all the spas that we have in our inventory in our showroom. Is they've already got that rating set at the highest level, so it's going to be an efficient product to begin with. So same thing we do with our pools. We have variable speed pumps, and we have all these programmings that you can do to prevent a lot of wasted energy. So, pools have solar blankets, and you can put that on there, and now to keep the heat, especially have a heater for the pool. So on the spa, you have a cover.
Yeah.
And that hard cover is there 2 reasons. It's really to keep the heat in. Number 1, that's really the primary thing. Number 2, keep debris out.
That's right.
You don't want The neighbors might sneak over and get in it, but that's, you just
you can't really keep them out.
You can't
Probably
keep them out. That's right. Because what will happen is you become one of the talk of the town or the talk of the neighborhood.
You're the neighbor that has the spa.
And we might come over and see
That's it.
what y'all having for dinner tonight.
All right, last question is I'm planning to come to the end of the year spa tent sale. Would love to know, before I get there, what's the most popular spa model that Pride Pools has right now?
Wow. That's a hard one. I'm going to go to our Bullfrog line. And because it's got the jetpack therapy, it's just got the bells and whistles. It's got a lot of cool things on there. We got the A series, the A Select. I mean, there's different levels you can get. And we try to, since it's our top of our line of spa lines, we try to keep that separated. I mean, our middle of the line, we have a great spa. It's called our UAG, United Aqua Group Spas. And the manufacturer makes it strictly for our buying group that we purchase from. And it's for us. It's for Pride Pool. And it's really designed the middle of the road when it comes to price. And it's also a great value because the features that you will get on the UAG spa was very similar to the features of the Bullfrog. You don't have the jetpack therapy system is all, but you have the jets. You have very similar, the number of jets. You have the operation of it. At the end of the day, you just want hot water therapy, and you'll get that. And it's a good-looking spa. It's an acrylic. It's got a beautiful skirt around it. Then, of course, the other that we have is our roto mold. And the roto mold is I don't want to say a starter spa, but it's for economical. But it's also, if you don't have the power source, maybe the 220 source, these spas are designed to plug right in. And that's pretty cool. And we've had a lot of customers say, I don't have any room for the power at my breaker sub panel. And it's going to cost so much. So, this spa would be the perfect size because, they're 4 foot and some change. Or, if you're 6'6", maybe it's not the spa.
Well, yeah.
But you got to test drive. It's called a dry run. We ask people just to step in it. You can't damage. You can't hurt the spa. So sit down in the seat and see how's it feel. But those spas are awesome. They're very, very durable, and you can't break them hardly at all. But that is our line of again, roto mold spas, and it's called Innova, and it does offer a lot of cool features. But again, choice.
Yeah,
choice.
That's what it's all about. Well, it's going to be an exciting time for customers to come in, new customers, folks that are just trying to figure out what's out there, what's available, and to come in and ask all your questions. So November 7th through the 9th, end of the year spa tent sale. And make sure you stop by and find Alex and ask him all your questions.
Well, I'll try to have answers.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
You always have answers.
Well, we hope it's the right one.
Yeah.
We want to give you the right answer. That's what we're here for.
Answers.
But during this time that we're having that promotion, it's really, I'm not about sales and promotion, and really and truly, there's a lot of people that work here have spas, and they get it. They know the value of it, and it's mainly for wellness purposes, really and truly. I'm not saying we're some, we got mileage and time on us here, but a lot of us do stand on our feet a lot, and during the day it's nice to come home, and you can turn the heat down. You can have it cool and still have jet therapy. And that's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can get that thing at 80 or 85, whatever you like in your pool. And this is during the summertime, and you can get that thing and get those hydrotherapy and get that relief. But we put everything with the spa that you need. It's very similar to our pool. So when you purchase an in-ground pool or above-ground pool, it should be fun, not work.
That's right.
Same thing for the spa. So when you purchase a spa from us, we're going to be certain that you're able to get in and out of it easier, okay? You got steps, right?
Yep.
You got the cover. You got a nice cover that's going to be coming with it, very nice naugahyde solid cover. And you need chemicals, a little bit, not a lot, memory capsules. So we got some startup and some chems to keep you going. And sometimes it all depends on the situation, but taking the cover off and on, some people don't want to be bothered with it, or some people are like, I need a little help with that, or I don't have a place to put it. We've got a solution for that.
That's right.
It's called CoverMate. The CoverMate is something that you can just it makes the cover where you don't hardly have to move it. And so you just kind of grab this handle and it just takes the cover back for you automatically for the most part. It makes it a lot easier to take off and on. So again, that's part of our program. That's part of our sale. That's part of what we're doing this weekend. We believe you should have these features, and that's part of the spa, okay? So those features makes it enjoyable to have.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get the pool and you're out there manually vacuuming the thing in the middle of June and July. And he's like, where is the pool boy? Where's the pool man?
Right.
Where's the pool girl? Where? Well, we get it.
You don't want to be doing that.
We don't.
That's
we don't.
right.
So
That's right.
we're going to supply you something to make life easier. It's called the automatic pool cleaner.
Yeah.
And you just flip a switch or program it, and it takes care of all that.
That's
you
right.
just need to just sit around it, have your best toddy for the body, and enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
I love it.
And that makes life so much easier. And we try to take the guesswork out of all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we know what it takes to enjoy, whether it's wellness or whether it's just, spending time with family and friends, sitting around watching a football game or watching a movie, whatever it might be. Come check it out. Come check out the spa, because we can do a dry run. We can do a test run. But, I get excited about that stuff because I've experienced. I mean, I know the results you get from hot water therapy.
Yeah.
And boy, it's getting cooler.
Oh, it's
getting
time.
cooler.
It
Yeah,
is time
so it feels
for
better.
sure.
It feels better.
Well, come see all the choices November 7th through the 9th, end of the year spa tent sale, both locations going on in Savannah, also in Claxton. So, yeah, it's going to be a great time. Alex, thank you so much. It's been great.
Had a great time, Dee. Thank you.
Let the celebrations continue. The team at Pride Pools is excited to give you a huge anniversary special. Actually, 3 of them. To celebrate 50 years all year long, you can get up to $10,000 in savings on 3 anniversary fiberglass pools. There are 3 sizes to choose from: the backyard size, the family size, and the fun size. How cool is that? So stop by the Claxton or Savannah locations of Pride Pools or go to pridepools.com for more information. Thanks for listening. Come by and meet your local pool and spa experts in Claxton on Highway 280 West or in Savannah on Gateway Boulevard South, or go to pridepools.com. If you love backyard family fun as much as we do, be sure to give us a rating and review and subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. And if you have a question or topic you'd love for us to cover, drop us an email, info@pridepools.com, or tap the links for Facebook or Instagram in the show notes of this episode. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's go make a splash and have some backyard family fun.
Pride Pool.